Hello everyone, welcome back to another one of these videos. We are picking up from, I believe it was the role of women and their rights was the last video that I did. And today we'll be talking about politics during the Vietnam War. So let's get straight into it. As the Vietnam War raged on, Americans watched in horror as the realities of war were broadcasted onto their televisions. One such moment came in 1965 when a reporter captured U.S. Marines burning a village of Cam Nay to the ground. With each passing day, the gap between what the government said and what the public saw grew much wider. The American people did not appreciate seeing this place being burnt down by their army. Journalists began questioning the honesty of the government, calling it a credibility gap. Many Americans felt that President Johnson wasn't telling them the full story. Meanwhile, the war wasn't just costing American lives, it was also draining the nation's wallet. Outrage over the war sparked a powerful anti-war movement led in part by college students. Enter the Students for a Democratic Society, or SDS. That's an important group. This group, originally founded in Michigan, rapidly spread across college campuses like wildfire. In 1962, SDS activist Tom Hayden helped write the Port Huron Statement, also important, a document expressing frustration with the war and calling for a more democratic participation. This helped define what would be known as the New Left, a movement separate from the old socialist and communist left. Instead, focusing on class struggle, these students were all about anti-war activism, civil rights, and free speech. Think more kind of about the left now. One of the first major New Left demonstrations happened at the University of California, Berkeley. When school administrators tried to ban political activity on campus, students fought back by forming the free speech movement. Important. Inspired by the civil rights movement, they organized massive sit-ins demanding their right to express their political views. The Berkeley protest quickly became a model for student activism nationwide. But not all students were against war. For every group, there is a counter group. Enter the Young Americans for Freedom, or YAF. They're important. Founded as a conservative counter to the SDS, this group believed in free enterprise, limited government, and strong national defense. They saw the fight against communism in Vietnam as necessary and fully supported U.S. military action. In 1960, the YAF released the Sharon Statement, which laid out their belief in individual liberty, capitalism, and anti-communism. It was very similar to the SDS, except the opposite. When the SDS was published, this was published to counteract. With these two groups, college campuses became battlegrounds for the future of America. But not all people wanted to side with these two groups. Some young people didn't want to pick a side at all. This led to the birth of the counterculture movement. Important. But it's kind of better known as your average day hippie. Hippies use music as a form of protest and self-expression. Bands like the Beatles and the Grateful Dead became the voice of a generation seeking peace, love, and a break from traditional values. In 1967, the Human Being brought thousands of people together in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park. It was a celebration of music, free love, and yes, there were plenty of psychedelic drugs. Drugs became a lot more mainstream in this time period, and boy did everyone just love it. For them, the war wasn't just a mistake, it was proof that mainstream society needed to change entirely. From student activists to conservative defenders and free-spirited hippies, the Vietnam War shaped a generation. These movements changed American politics, culture, and protests forever. The Vietnam era wasn't just about war. It was about what kind of country America wanted to be. I would like to thank you for joining me on this longer video. My timer says 4 minutes and 40 seconds right now. Hopefully I see you guys again soon. The next thing that I should be talking about is liberation in women and the LGBTQ community. Hopefully you stay excited for that. I'll see you soon.